Hello everyone and welcome to EAFC 24's Career Mode. Today we are looking at the best young players you can buy in League 2 that will last you all the way up to the Premiership. All these players have a potential of at least 79, many going up into the mid-80s. So these will be fantastic players for you to pick up. Of course you won't be able to afford them all unless you've done the financial takeover, then you might be able to afford them all. But we're going to go through them in position order. I'm going to show you where exactly they're from, how much they cost, all that good stuff. Right, so we've got two goalkeepers on offer, starting off with Gregoire Swiderski. He plays for Bordeaux, is 61 rated currently and has a potential of 81. Fairly basic stats really, 61 is a bit low for League 2, but with his value of 750 to 880, he does become a bit of a bargain, especially someone who, like I said, has an 81 potential, is going to last you quite some years, so definitely worth a look. The option of another goalkeeper is also from Bordeaux. This is Alain Bedfian. Starts as a 63 up to an 81, and he costs 890 to 1050. So a little bit more expensive, but you're paying for those extra two current rating points. But both have the same potential. Bedfian's stats again pretty much similar. Nothing really outstanding between the two. Next, we move into right wing back. We've got Owen Jean. Now, he is a decent player. He's got good jumping and some decent physical stats. He's got some okay technical stats as well. Great. Well, I say great. Good short passing for what he is at 65 rated. The only issue with this guy is he will be a bit more expensive. 1.45 to 1.7 million for a player who starts at 65 with an 80 potential. But he is definitely there as an option for someone who can play right wing back and left mid. Another option at right back, we've got Charbel Huebe. He is from Real Oviedo, can play right back and right wing back. 1.3 to 1.6 million for the Dominican Republican player. He does have some good stats, actually. He does look like a very good right wing back to me. He's got good pace, decent skills on weak foot, nothing special. Decent attacking work rate, high as well. And as you can see, he does have a play style. We've got good acceleration and sprint speed up and down that wing. Decent crossing, that does need a bit of training, of course, but he does have that rapid play style, which is going to mean that he is going to be very quick up and down that wing. And a very good player for you to use at right wing back. Next up, then we move into centre backs. First of all, we have Tobias Slotsager, 63 rated with an 80 potential. He's going to cost you between 890 and 1.05 mil. And his stats-wise, sprint speed at 73 is pretty good for a centre-back, especially at 63 rated. Got decent stats elsewhere, but he has got that block play style, which is going to be very effective and make him more of a beast when it comes to centre-backing. 890 to 1.05 mil is not bad at all, and again, with player swaps, I'm sure Odense will be up for a player swap. You'll be able to maybe get him a lot cheaper than that. Sticking with Danish, we have got Lucas Hay. Now, this one is expensive, 2 to 2.3 mil from FC Nordsjælland. Again, player swaps could be available here. Can play centre-back or CDM. Stats-wise, is looking pretty decent all-round. Nothing really jumps out at you. He is a 66 current with an 80 potential. Next, then we have Nicholas Lang. I like this guy a lot, but he has moved on this game. So, he starts as a 66 with a 79 potential. He starts at 1860 Munich and his value is roughly around 1.7 million. As you can see on the game here, he's already moved. He went to Salford City, but now they want 2.1 to 2.4. But he was 1.7 mil from 1860 Munich. Obviously, Salford City were able to afford him in League 2, so it shows you that it is available. Again, the reason I like him, he's got two play styles. He's got decent pace, sprint speed, and jumping. All good for a centre-back. He's got okay technical stats where he needs them. Nothing where he doesn't, to be honest. He's very much a centre-back, isn't he? No nonsense. And he does have those two play styles of jockey and block. So yeah, 1.7 million-ish. And he looks like a very good player, actually. One I would definitely consider getting myself. Next up, we've got from Stade Malherbe-Caen. God knows. Brahim Traore, 1.05 to 1.25 mil for 64 rated, who can go up to a 79 rated. He's got okay stats. He's got decent weak foot 4-star. 6'3", which is always nice as well. Sprint speed, jumping, and really good strength, so he's going to be an absolute beast at the back. No play styles, but again, a very effective player with a 79 potential. Next up, a Norwegian centre-back, Alexander Kjellson, maybe? I'm not sure. He starts as a 60 rated with a 79 potential. Again, pretty decent physical stats, okay technical stats. Does need a lot of work, of course he's only 60 rated. And because of that, he is actually one of the bargain people on the list at 430 to 510,000. So, might not be good enough for your first team, but definitely worth picking up, even if you're just buying him to develop and sell, I suppose, really. Next up, Ivan Gariel, 66 rated. Goes up to an 82, so the highest listed player so far we've seen. 1.9 to 2.25 million for him from Real Valladolid. Anyway, stats-wise, he's got good attacking work rate. Again, I think a lot of these do. So if you had this guy and Webe as your two attacking wing-backs, you get a lot of use up and down those lines, I think. Again, good acceleration, sprint speed, and balance for the dribbling. Needs a bit of work on his technical stats, but other than that, would be a very good player. I think if you're playing standardly, he might be a little bit out of your price range. But if you have got the financial takeover, definitely an easy player to get a hold of. Next up, then we've got Prince Anning. He is a 64 rated, goes up to an 82. 1.25 to 1.5 million. Can play left back and left mid as well. He is a little dynamo, this guy. I'm not quite sure you want to play him at left back. His defensive work rate is quite low, but he's very good attacking work rate. And he does have a couple of traits as well. He's got the pace of 83 and the dribbling of 71, as you can see. I mean, look at those stats. 86 acceleration, 82 sprint speed, great agility and balance as well. This guy is going to be up and down those lines constantly. Great dribbling as well. He's going to keep a hold of that ball quite a lot. He's a great technical dribbler with quick step as well. So again, a very, very solid player. For that sort of money, I would definitely look to pick him up. And again, with the 82 potential, I think he would be one of my priorities on this list. Next up, then moving into the midfielders. First of all, we've got Shay Charles from Southampton. He is a 64 rated up to an 80 potential, 1.25 million to 1.5 mil in value. Looking at him, again, quite balanced, good defensive work rate. He does have a couple of play styles as well. Stats-wise, good strength. Nothing else really comes out at you. He's got an incisive passing trait and a jockeying trait. So, again, a pretty good, solid player. And with Southampton, you might be able to pull off a good player swap, and he can play centre-back as well. Next up then, Eyup Aydin. This guy's 67 rated, quite a higher rated one, this one. Value-wise isn't bad though, at 2.1 to 2.4 million. 67 rated currently, up to an 80 potential. Nothing outstanding, he's just a very solid player for this level. 73 agility, good stamina, good strength, good aggression as well. Yeah, he's just a solid player for this level. If you've got the financial takeover or a decent amount of money, he definitely would be a solid player if you really want a strong player in that midfield. You've got a cheaper version of Adam Wharton though. He is 65 rated with an 81 potential, 1.5 to 1.8 mil. He's a medium with decent stats. Again, decent acceleration, agility and balance. Nothing special in the technicals, but he does have the technical dribbling trait. Which for a CDM, I don't know if you necessarily need it on a CDM, to be honest with you, but I'm not going to say no to it. And again, 1.5 to 1.8 million. At Blackburn, you could do a player swap. Is not bad at all, to be honest. Next is No Le Breton. He is 63 rated with an 81 potential. 930 to 1.1 mil, so a bit more of a cheaper option, this one. Stats-wise, again, nothing really outstanding. A good balanced player who you could really develop into what you want using your trading methods. Next up, we've got Nestoroy Irankunda. He is an Australian. I like this guy a lot, by the way. 64 current ability with an 83 potential. Will cost you 1.3 to 1.6 mil. I think he's definitely worth it. Pace-wise, 91 acceleration, 89 sprint speed, great agility, balance and jumping and aggression as well. He's got good shot power. And he has 3 traits. He has power shot, rapid, and quick step. This guy, for me, would be one of the first names on the list. 17 years of age, really reasonable price as well. And coming from Adelaide, I'm sure they'll accept a player swap. And you can get this guy for virtually free, I would imagine. So definitely go out and get this guy. Next up, we've got Kang Seong Jin. He is a 65 rated who goes up to an 81. 1.6 to 1.9 mil. This guy has 4 traits, which is insane. Skill moves are 4, weak foot of 3. Again, decent pace, sprint speed and agility. Good dribbling as well, and he has the finesse shot, the technical, the flair, and the trickster traits as well. So, very solid player, 1.6 to 1.9 mil. And Seoul, again, is a team you might be able to get a good player swap out of and be able to get this guy for a lot cheaper. Another one that I would definitely put at the top of my list. Next, we've got Fabio Blanco, 1.1 to 1.3 million from Villarreal B. Nothing outstanding on this guy. He's just a good, solid player. He has got a potential of 81, starts at 63. Yeah, nothing outstanding, but if you do need him, you need him. Next up, we've got Rares Pop. He is 67 rated with an 81 potential. Will cost you a lot more, 2.3 to 2.7 million, but again, it's a team you might be able to get a trade with. Stats-wise, decent physicals, okay technicals, and he's got the technical dribbling trait and the quick step. I mean, for me, though, I think Irankunda and Kang Song-jin would be my priorities. Not gonna lie to you. Moving on then to the central midfielders, we've got Matthias D. Amorin. He is a good one, this one. 65 current ability, 84 potential, one of the highest on the list. 1.6 to 1.9 million to get him outright. He's not outstanding at the moment. He's got okay acceleration and balance, and he's got decent ball control, dribbling and short passing. But it's that potential of 84 was really what you're buying on this one, so he could really take you, and he could probably survive towards the top end of the Premiership as well. Next up, Asan Udrago. He is 64 rated, again an 84 potential. Is going to cost you 1.2 to 1.5 mil, so on the cheaper side of the higher potential players. Again, nothing really jumps out massively. He is a strong central midfielder with good dribbling and good ball control. But again, it's just the potential of 84 is really what you're purchasing here. And talking of 84 potentials, another one, Archie Gray from Leeds. 67 current, 84 potential, 2.1 to 2.4 mil. Again, with Leeds, though, you might be able to work with a player swap if you are lucky. His stats are decent. Again, nothing really jumps out at you massively on his physicals. On the technicals, again, ball control, dribbling, short passing are all pretty decent. Can play anywhere across that central midfield, CDM, centre mid, and cam as well. And he has the long ball passing trait, which means he'll be a lot more effective with those big pings over the top. Next up then, Zidane Zertdemir. He is a centre mid and cam from FC Nordsjælland. He has a potential of 83 and starts as a 64. He's going to cost you 1.2 to 1.5 mil, and again with player trades possible. Again, nothing really jumps out massively at you, but he does have the technical dribbler trait as well. But again, 83 potential is not bad at all. Next, Luka Vrabrancic. I don't know how you pronounce that one, to be honest. This guy is going to cost you 1.1 to 1.3 million. Starts as a 64, but goes up to an 82. Centre mid and cam. Again, nothing really jumps out massively. Decent sprint speed and balance. He's got good dribbling and ball control as well. And he has the flair trait if you like your skill moves. Patrick Numois. He is 62 rated with an 82 potential. Going to cost you 850 to 1.1 mil. So it'll be a bit one of the cheaper options for you, which is not bad at all. If you're working on a budget, 82 potential is great. When it comes into this, he's got decent sprint speed and acceleration, good jumping as well. And that's about it really for him. He is 5'10" with decent jumping. Play him as a cam, arrive in the box late, get a header, who knows. But yeah, on the cheaper side of things. Next up, Ricardo Fogliatta. He is 64 rated with an 81 potential. Going to cost you 1.4 to 1.6 mil from Brizagonza, whoever the hell that is. This guy's just fairly solid again. He's got decent physicals with good reaction, sprint speed, agility and balance. And he's got good short passing, but needs a bit of work. And I don't know if he's as good as some of the other ones around. But again, if you're working on a budget, he's definitely one of the options. Next up then, Alexandru Mia. Romanian from FC Dynamo. 59, he starts at 80 potential. Going to be on the cheaper side, 560 to 660. So he's going to be cheaper to get in now, but of course he's going to need more work to get him up to the level you need him to be at. But, I mean, if you're playing him first team, he'll definitely develop very, very quickly. 5'9", mediums. Again, nothing really shouts out too much. Decent acceleration, agility, and balance. Just does need a lot of work, like we said. But for that value, knowing that he has an 80 potential, I think he's definitely one you should keep in mind. Next up, we move into the left mids then. Adrian Lisso is the first one, 850 to 1 mil. He has 63 starts with an 82 potential. No play styles on this one again, but a good high attacking work rate. Again, just pretty basic. Nothing really jumps out, but you are paying for that 82 potential, where he could take you, obviously, all the way to the Premiership. Next up then, from Shakhtar Donetsk, we have Eugenaldo. Probably butchered that, to be honest with you. 4-star weak foot is nice. Will cost you 1.4 to 1.7 mil. 65 start with an 80 potential. He's got decent pace and balance for that dribbling, and he's got decent dribbling. So really, he's got a little bit to him, but it still needs a lot of work to get to where you need him to be. But an 80 potential for 1.4 to 1.7 million is not bad at all. We move on to another player at Shakhtar then, Newerton. 2.05 to 2.4 mil. 66 rated again. This time actually with an 84 potential. This is the better version of Eugenaldo. It's going to cost you slightly more, but it got that 84 potential. Mediums with a 3-star. Again, great balance. Decent acceleration and sprint speed. Good dribbling as well. So this is the higher rated version of Eugenaldo, if you are looking for a left mid. And of course, at 84 rated, he will take you all the way to the middle, if not the top of the Prem. Of course, with dynamic potential as well, he could end up being even higher with enough first-team football. Next up then, Bent Dade. 65 rated. We're on cams now, by the way. 65 rated with an 82 potential. Will cost you between 1.5 and 1.8 mil. Stats-wise, decent agility, good vision as well. Which is decent for a cam, I suppose. And he does have the flair trait. Again, for those skill demons out there, he's definitely a player you should be looking at. One I'm all sure we know his older brother, but Joe Bellingham, the younger brother, currently playing at Sunderland. He is a 65 current ability with an 82 potential. A good solid player. Nothing really outstanding. I think it would be fun if you're playing Real Madrid to sign this guy to play alongside Jude Bellingham at some point. I think it'd be a pretty fun thing to do. With the 82 potential, he could definitely break into a Premiership side at the top end. He's going to cost you between 1.5 and 1.8 mil. Is that enough for a 82 rated player? I mean, that's your decision compared to some of the other cams around here. But just for the name, I'm sure some people will. Next up, Ibrahim Maza, 63 rated with an 81 potential. You can pick him up for 8.9 to 1.05 mil. Again, he has the flair trait. He's got 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot. Okay, sprint speed, acceleration, agility, and balance. But yeah, he has that flair trait. So again, skill demons. This is your man. We have Can Uzun. He is 64 rated with an 82 potential from Nuremberg. He'll cost you between 1.2 and 1.5 mil. I did say 82 potential, didn't I? Yeah. He's okay. Again, nothing outstanding at this level. He's got decent dribbling, sprint speed, pace, all the stuff you'd expect from a 64 rated player. But of course, with that high potential, you can develop him however you wish with the training as well, which would be great. Next up then, we have Kristin Litzes. This guy's got 3 traits. He's going to cost you 1.9 to 2.3 mil. On the pricier side, that is because he's 67 rated currently and he has an 83 potential as well. So definitely one to try and get a hold of, make him your marquee signing if you will. He's got decent acceleration and agility, okay sprint speed to back it up. He's got 72 finishing, which is pretty good as well. And he has the incisive pass, technical dribbler and trickster traits as well. Very good player, one I would love to get a hold of, but again, that value is going to be the interesting thing. But Ferencváros Rossi is a low enough team to potentially be able to do a player trade with and get this guy in a much more knocked down price. Next up then, at right wing, we have Pontus Dabo. 62 rated with an 81 potential, 820 to 970. Decent player. I mean, he's not going to be he's not going to be... Well, he is, actually. He's the best. He is pretty damn good. 862 rated is not going to be fantastic at this level, but it is going to be a player you can develop pretty well. He's got decent pace and sprint speed, exactly what you want down that wing, with okay dribbling as well. So he's a good player. For the value, it's not a bad player at all. 81 potential, definitely, actually. I mean... I don't know why I was thinking about it, to be honest. He's actually a very good player, especially for his value and his potential. I think he's going to be a fantastic signing. Into the strikers, then we got Julian Rykov, 1.25 to 1.5 mil, 64 rated with an 82 potential. 3 traits on this guy. I did that already, didn't I? 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot. He's got okay acceleration, agility and balance, and he's got decent dribbling and ball control. His finishing is not far off as well at 70, and he's got the finesse shot, the technical dribbler and the flair traits. I'll tell you what, you skilled demons are getting a lot of players this year. Next up, we've got Leeds' Mateo Joseph, 1.5 to 1.75 million for a player who starts at 65 and goes up to an 82. He's okay. I mean, he's well, I prefer Rykov, to be honest with you, but this guy's still a very good option. Medium work rates, 2-star skill move, decent weak foot. He's got good physicals where you'd want them. And, yeah, the technicals need a bit of work, but it's not terrible. 66 finishing's not bad, really. I mean, you can definitely do some good work with this guy. For me, I would rather Rykov. Rykov with the same potential. He's 1 rating lower now, but he has all those traits as well. But, I mean, if you wanted to go Mateo Joseph, you can do. Or maybe get both. Who knows? Next up, we move to a cheaper option in Roko Brajkovic. 81 potential for 66 current, 760k to 890k right now, and can play left wing and right wing as well as striker. He has 3-star, mediums. He's got a play style as well. He's got decent physicals, again, where you'd want them for those sort of players. Decent dribbling. His finishing's not fantastic. Maybe out on the wing is his better position, especially when he does have the technical dribbler style. So maybe if you play like a wide forward, like a 4-3-3 with an attacking winger, this guy could definitely be a guy who can cut in and help out with the attacks. And again, much cheaper option as well. Next then, Yon Bonny, a player who's 830 to 980. 62 rated currently with an 81 potential. Just fairly middle of the ground, to be honest. He's a good, cheap player. He's got nothing outstanding, but he does have, like I said, that 81 potential. If you are working on a budget, this could be a very, very good striker for you to pick up. And again, he's got some decent stats. Next up, David Martinez, 67 rated with an 82 potential, 3-star. He's going to cost you 1.75 to 2 mil, so on the more expensive side, and can play left wing, right wing, and cam, or on the left wings now by the looks of it, yeah. He's got 2 player traits. He's got not the best, actually. I was expecting a lot more pace than that from this guy, but yeah, he's not the fastest, is he really? He's got decent balance, decent dribbling and finishing, and he's got the technical dribbler and trickster traits. Yeah, I just expected this guy to have a ton of pace, to be honest. So he's a decent player if you know how to use him. I mean, I need pace. I don't know about you guys, but I really do need the pace. So for me, I'm not sure this guy would really be the best option for me, but a 67 rated with a 82 potential, he's definitely worth a look, especially if you've got the financial takeover and can afford him. Next up then, Gabriel Rukavina. He is a 67 rate with an 83 potential, 2.2 to 2.6 mil. He is got some good pace on him. 89 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, great agility as well. 72 dribbling. This guy's going to be up and down those wings like no one's business. And he does have the rapid trait, which means he's even quicker when he runs than normal. But again, quite expensive. 67 rated though means he's going to be in the top end of any League 2 players when he does turn up. Next up, another 67 rated, and the final player on our list, Oscar Pereira, 2.1 to 2.45 million for him. 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He has got, again, decent pace and balance, not quite as much as Rukavina, but still pretty decent. He has good ball control and good dribbling, so he's going to be very good on the ball. and he does have the technical dribbler trait, which means that he is better when he is dribbling as well. 2.1 to 2.45, I don't know if it's going to be worth it for you. I mean, there might be... I mean, none of these left wings are really outstanding, but you do have players like Brakovic, who's cheaper, who can play on the left wing as well. You've also got Darboe, who can play on the left wing as well. So there's other options up and down the list. But for me, some of the ones I would definitely be going for straight away, I think would be this guy, Nestoy Irakunda. For me, 1.3 to 1.6 mil for a 64 rated player with 3 traits, I think would be absolutely fantastic as a right mid as well. The pace and agility and everything is fantastic. He hasn't got very good stamina, I just spotted that. That could be a bit of a hindrance for him because I absolutely drain my players of stamina, so that could be a massive hindrance for him. But with the 84 potential, you've really got a way to build him up. And then, of course, you've also got Kang Seong Jin as well. A bit more expensive, 1.6 to 1.9, but with the 4 traits, again, pretty decent pace, good dribbling, and those 4 traits. So there we go. Those are the players that I have found that are available in League 2 in EAFC 24 career modes. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let me know if you've used any of these players. And let me know if I've missed anyone as well, because I know every career mode is slightly different. Sometimes players are available, sometimes they're not. These are the ones that I've managed to get available on this playthrough. If I did it again, maybe it might be a different list. And there might be some available on my list that are not on yours. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Who's the best ones you've used? Who's the best ones you've got a hold of? And I will see you all next time. Make sure you do like and subscribe and all the other good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!